Hi, I'm George Popi, and this is Digging In, a show where I make someone dinner and we talk about things. This week's guest is Lucas, a vlogger on sustainability and business. Let's dig in.
The problem, I do my vlogs like literally on my cell phone, but I do it on my Galaxy, and there's the front-facing camera is terrible and the back-facing one is good. Is that not, didn't work?
No,
do you want me to help?
Like
I can just adjust it if you're looking at the screen.
Yeah, we can do that. It was just low. It was cutting the top of my.
Is that good?
Oh, it's already good. Now it's good.
Cool.
Yeah. I'll just sit back a little bit today.
But yeah, I vlog on on the back-facing camera,
Yeah.
and so I can never look at myself while I'm recording. So at the end of the day, I'll look and it's like cutting my forehead off for a whole shot or something.
So. Help yourself.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks for cooking.
Of course. Thank you for helping. You're the first guest who has actually had the time to help me cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is strange, because I've got a huge paper due tomorrow.
Yeah, because you're studying marketing.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of content. How's that journey been on that front? Not to use a really vague term. How's that journey been, you know?
On that front. Yeah, no, it's been really good. It's definitely been a fast learning process, because as soon as I switched into marketing, which was this September at the start of the semester, I switched into marketing, and I decided that was the perfect time to go out and get a marketing job. Yeah. And I didn't
Makes sense, you know? Just throw yourself in the deep end.
Because I've always found that you learn so much more in practice than in school, and I've worked my entire degree. But I decided to go apply for a job where they were looking for somebody with experience to do much more than I knew how to do, and I'm definitely learning under fire. But
Cards Against Humanity. I love their marketing tactics, to be very honest. It's the fact that they've sent people shit. Like, they've gotten people to buy literal horse shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, they always have weird marketing ideas, and like they once sent glitter bombs. Like, you could order glitter bombs for your enemies, and so you would send it to your enemy, and like they would open it and just like,
oh my god,
explode. Yeah,
that's hilarious though.
They've literally sold nothing, and like you buy nothing, and they send you nothing.
No.
Yeah.
People don't buy that.
People do.
But people talk about it.
Yeah, it's the best.
That's so cool.
Yeah, no, they clearly don't give a fuck, and it really suits their business.
Have you been to Randolph's?
Yeah, of course. Randolph's is incredible. It's a great board game bar. You should go.
I should go.
They make you feel like shit, though.
Why?
Well, okay, they make you feel like shit if you order like a normal game.
Oh, okay.
So
Because I want you to try.
Yeah, because they're like, we know so many games. We have so many games. Why are you ordering chess or something normal? Yeah. I know like two friends got made fun of for that exact thing. It's like, why are you ordering chess? Like, it's the best game ever. It's one of the oldest games. Like, what's your vlogging schedule like right now? Is it just like Mondays and Wednesdays?
Mondays and Wednesdays. I post Tuesday and Thursday every week.
Not bad.
And it's good. I'm thinking it's been going. I just posted 18 this morning.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Thank you.
It's like good numbers. 9 weeks in.
Yeah. Yeah. 9 weeks in, but I've been doing YouTube since June. And I've got like 110 videos on my YouTube, I think. So really solid base. So like
it's all about like just adding to that base.
Yeah, and it's fun because if somebody gets into my channel, they go back and they have all these videos to watch, you know. Yeah. But at the same time, looking back at my videos, it was like I started making videos when I started my YouTube channel. So my first videos are so bad, some of them. It's hilarious.
That's fine though.
It's good.
It's weird because like I think with YouTube where it is right now, you get really self-conscious because there's a lot of people that have been doing this now for 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because YouTube, I think, has been around since 2003 now. So a while.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it's okay just to have shitty videos at the start because like you're learning all the processes of how to actually make good videos.
And I know that a lot of bigger channels or channels that are starting out often delete their early videos to show that they're good all the time. Yeah. And I love the fact that I'm going to have that the entire journey, and I don't intend to ever delete videos to show that you start bad and you can get good, or that the quality doesn't matter. Whichever of those two lessons it is, I'd like to show that that's the case.
Yeah. Where do you want to go with it?
That's a good question. So I think with my personal channel, I'd like to keep it vlogging consistently, just sharing. It's the documentation of my life, and then I'm going to have other channels. I'm thinking of having other channels that kind of show any specific parts. So I've recently launched a channel called Leitmotif, where my friend and I are interviewing people in Montreal, kind of like this. We're just like doing interviews with interesting people, but people that are really pursuing a goal, whatever that may be, whatever their big goal is, they're able to articulate that and they're working towards it every day. So one of our first interview, the only one that's on our channel so far, but we've got a couple coming up, is with a professor at Concordia, and he just got his first teaching job at Concordia.
Oh, wow.
But he started tutoring in university just as a side thing. When he graduated, he turned it into a full-time job teaching recent immigrants to Canada about Montreal's business landscape. So it was a really cool kind of like helping people start businesses and make their connections. Yeah. And now he's moving on to becoming a professor and hoping to kind of disrupt and influence that.
Yeah, how is JMSB for everything?
JMSB?
Yeah. How are you liking your time at Concordia?
It's good and bad. I love the school. Mm-hmm. Mostly for the connections I've made, the network, and the collection of ambitious people who are all kind of wanting to learn. So I've made like a really good network. I have a lot of really good friends, people that I'll always be friends with and that I know are going to do really cool things and already are. That part of it I love. Mm-hmm. The class element, I go back and forth. I think that there are some classes, like the one that my assignment is for, thankfully, that I love the professor and their teaching style. I love the content and it's overall quite good. And then there's some courses that, having worked for now 3 years in business, I can see the irrelevance of the material and like the just kind of busy work inherent in the program, and that stuff I don't love so much. Mm-hmm. But there's both sides, and I think the two of them balance out, and the end result of having the degree is something that I would like to have. Just
to have at this point, yeah.
In case, yeah. Because there are opportunities everywhere,
time,
but you never know when a block could come, because for a lot of people, especially in skilled disciplines like skilled work, it's almost like having the high school degree. Like you don't want to. It's risky not to have it in some ways, and you never know. You don't want to close doors. So that's the main thing. But on that note,
like a true realist.
Yeah.
Friends that I know of, the best way they've explained is the fact that university, yes, it teaches you certain skills and ideas. It's awesome, but the main takeaway is actually learning time management, so that you understand okay, what is important, what's not important. And then you just kind of make sure that you get all the things that you want to get done, and then kind of let the things slide that aren't important. Because it's also, if you think about it, I remember, if you look down, usually they recommend per hour of class, you are studying 3 hours.
Yeah.
If you break that down, you're literally doing, for a normal 5 course load, it turns into a solid 60 to 70 hour job.
Yeah. Which is just simply not necessary.
Yeah. Especially if you're being involved with extracurriculars. Yeah. Have any kind of job, it's not possible.
Yeah, and I think the students who make the most of their time there are the ones who realize that and really are able to prioritize and make the most of the hours in the day, because everybody's got the same number of hours. A lot of students are able to get good grades and either not do other stuff, or it's some people really kind of limit themselves by focusing on getting the A.
You could have probably just done this bowls.
Yeah. Honestly, I love the burrito thing. It's just not great for the interview format.
Yeah, I realized that really quickly. I was like,
yeah, I was like, just cut me out when I'm stuffing my face with burrito. Yeah.
Though this is going to definitely be in the podcast. So people at home, that we eat messy. So this is a bad idea on my part.
Yeah, but everybody's eating a burrito. They know that.
Yeah.
It gets messy, especially in that last couple of bites. There's just nothing you can do.
Well, what's your favorite burrito place? Or do you have one?
Oh, that's a tough question, because it was my favorite. My favorite was Three Amigos, but just the burrito bar on Maisonneuve and Union-ish. There's a place. It was right next to where I used to work, and my friend and I went there all the time. Now there's a place right next to my work called Tejano, and it's really good on Notre Dame and Courcelles. But you?
My favorite one is actually in Boston. It's called Felipe's.
Okay.
I once actually did a 5-hour detour from, I was in New York City with some friends. We traveled down to go see a friend, and then on the way back we decided to go to Boston to get this burrito. Also pizza from Pinocchio's. It's one of those things, I've been there with other people and they're like, you've overhyped this so much. I'm like, I'm sorry, but this, to me, I go there, whenever I'm in Boston, 100% I will go there and enjoy it, and it's as amazing as it was the first time.
And sometimes when you're in New York, it just happens.
Yeah, I've done kind of crazy things like that. I was in New York for work on a Friday and then on a Tuesday, and because how it happened, I ended up, instead of being able to train or bus or fly, the best way to get down there was car.
Okay.
And then because I had a car, I realized that this is stupid to actually pay for parking and get a hostel. So instead of staying in New York, but between those days, I decided to just go down to Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah, this is Thanksgiving weekend, like Canadian Thanksgiving. I'm just like, okay,
How far is that drive?
13 hours, nonstop.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, it's a weekend getaway.
Yeah. Why pay for parking when you can go to Nashville?
Yeah. Where do you want to end up with? Because like I know we were briefly talking before the cameras were rolling that you want to at some point go beyond Montreal, because like you were having that issue where we've both built networks in Montreal, so like you feel cushy where you have your network, but where do you want to kind of end up?
That's a good question. I haven't decided yet because I try to live my life based on the opportunities that present themselves. You know, you prepare, you work hard, you get good at things, and then opportunities come and you can either say yes or no. So I don't know, but I would love to try New York. I would love to live in New York for a bit, or San Francisco if I get a chance to go to the Bay Area, which is, you never know. Yeah. There's lots of stuff happening there.
There is a lot of jobs. Expensive, but...
Definitely, but the jobs tend to help people out with that if they're coming, depending on what they are. Australia, I'd like to go back, though. I think if I finish my university degree and I don't have a solid job lined up, or I don't feel happy where I am or anything, I think I'll probably just go back to Australia because I've got friends there as well, so I've got a bit of a network, and that'd be a fun place to try it out because I really got into surfing. And
nice. Because originally I was going to be a philosophy prof. That was like my life's ambition. I did an internship at Western with the philosophy department actually when I was in grade 13, and yeah, I was like dead set on that, and then I got to McGill and then realized that if I do that, I'm literally just going to be writing things for philosophers, and like a lot of times it's just really pretentious and it's not accessible to anyone. And the reason why I wanted to do philosophy was the fact to just be able to have conversation with people and educate them and like give them ideas of like, hey, this stuff is important. Like morality and ethics is like huge right now in terms of figuring out AI implications, or you know how far medical advancements are going. It's like we're saying life so far. It's like what implications are we having with that? Is someone real? By the point where like someone's completely bionic, are they still a person or not? Like sentience is like an interesting question. It's just like we're going to be faced with a lot of philosophical dilemmas, and it's just where are we going to have time to think about that? Because people just brush it off because it's so
it still seems like it's far away.
Yeah. Which is sad because like it's so cool.
And it's actually close. I was listening. This is in my vlog yesterday. I was talking about how passing the escape velocity of life longevity for humans is potentially approaching. Like that may happen within our lifetimes. There's the young blood experiments, the Stanford young blood experiments, where they give mice who are equivalent of human age 80, they give them the blood of younger mice regularly, and these mice, the older ones, really regenerate, their older tissues regenerate, they lose signs of inflammation, they become basically younger, like they reverse age. That's one example. There's a lot of people are going to some clinics and getting stem cells injected into them yearly, and it's apparently revitalizes them and helps them apparently extend their life. And so we'll see if that's true, and we'll see just more and more and more studies and that becoming more accessible to people. So that's going to be another thing we have to face when we still have things like a retirement age at 65, which even at today's stage, retiring at 65 when you live to 100 on average just
doesn't make sense.
You have to start questioning those things. Yeah. And I also love philosophy because it's asking the right questions and enabling yourself to answer them. And I think that there are definitely the high level things, like the things that you were talking about, but then there's also at the ground level, education, basic education, I really think should include more philosophy, or it should be introduced in a way that inspires people to study it themselves. Because I find philosophy is such a beautiful discipline to understand and apply to everything else that you do.
Yeah. Education itself is right now, it hasn't been revolutionized in the way it should have been to keep up with the times. Because that was the thing, like our current system was made for people to be able to just like go into like a simple managerial role. That's what university was.
Before that, factory life.
Yeah, that's
designed to train factory workers.
Yeah.
Like there's that where like the education system is like teach somebody to follow the rules, not ask too many questions, and create things for you. And then there's also the aspect of like now, in a lot of ways it just doesn't make sense. Like you said, it hasn't kept up at all. And there's a lot of things that you can learn so much better by yourself. And the fact that we have such a structured education system also kind of prevents people from thinking about learning things themselves. I find that, I've talked about this as well in my vlogs, is that a lot of people look at education as a service provided to them, whereas really if you're going to get any value from it, it's something that you create for yourself. It's something that you go out and you learn you build your own knowledge, and then a system is just there to help you do that rather than serve you information. So
a lot, so.
Yeah, no, I talk about sustainability a lot because I think it's one of those things that if you look at what most major news is or what major changes are happening in our world, they're all kind of a result of unsustainable practices, and largely caused by large business. But I think right now, all the technology, all the ideas required to stop us from moving towards climate change exists. And if you look anywhere on the internet, you can see the answer to any climate change problem you find. It's just the inertia of society that's kind of holding us back from that. So on a daily basis, I try to make a point of introducing sustainability into my own life, because that's the only place that you can truly make absolute change, and then trying to inspire other people to do that too. So, because I find that every major change, every big thing has small beginnings. And so it's people making decisions together to do something that grows and grows, and then goes on to affect business, and then goes on to affect government in the long run. And I think a lot of the major changes for sustainable practice have to come from government, because they're things like energy production and should be endorsed by law eventually, but it has to start with people. It's cool because I work in the solar industry in the States primarily. Like, most of our clients are in the States, and it's cool to see how much they're all growing. Like, every single client that we have is growing their business, making more sales, getting more solar out there. All over the US, things like solar, wind, renewable energy, sustainable practices are being adopted. And you see it here, especially in Montreal. More and more people you talk to have gone vegan, either for, like, a lot of them for partially environmental reasons, because it makes a lot of sense, but then there's also health and other benefits. But just in general, it's come from the point where it was like early adopters only, like, to look at the tech adoption curve. It was the innovators and early adopters that were doing sustainable stuff. Now we're peaking into the early majority for all these technologies, and it's so exciting. And it just needs the push of a few people to help it going along.
Well, I really think that push is already there.
Yeah, no, it is. But every single person helps. So
I love how you bring all the business ideas back to sustainability. It's kind of nice. Nice to hear.
It has to happen, because business is a huge a perpetrator.
I know. I always look back, like, big oil, and it's like, you guys are losing just a big fight. It's coming. It's like tobacco industry. You're gonna lose. Yeah. You're fighting a good fight, but why? I don't know. It's like I wish for the day where I have a dog, but I need to have, like, a place where I can have a dog.
Yeah, I think that coming home every night, before 10 is something that's preventative. Not going out, you can't really travel easily. There's so much stuff.
That's why, like, I don't. Not right now. I just feel like I would feel bad. Because I look at myself, and, like, I'm not gonna have a dog just to have a dog, because then the dog's gonna be sad all the time. I'm gonna have a depressed dog. Gonna have to give them antidepressants. That would suck. I'm gonna have to get them to therapy. I have my own issues to deal with. I don't need to think about a dog's depression as well. But joke aside, it is actually, like, a serious thing. But, like,
dog depression or your depression?
Both.
But there are some apps that they come out and they have the potential, like, they are on the App Store in Canada, but they just haven't been adopted by anybody, or, like, they've been adopted by one or two, and there's so many people who will say, "Oh, that's such a cool app," and then either not download it or not use it. It's like, how do you expect to see it if you're not going to be kind of a pilot for it? Yeah, I think a lot of people don't see that connection between a business to expand needs the users, and if you love it and you want it to succeed, just use it. And then that's the greatest thing that you can do for it. Or, like, if you
share it with everyone. And get everyone else to download it as well.
Exactly. Because it's not hard for anybody, but it just takes somebody to be the catalyst. And then when you get to that point, you realize that most businesses don't add enough value to people for that. On the same podcast, I was talking about the extension of life. They do, like, coaching programs, and they say for anything to be, like, any mass adoption to take over an incumbent, you kind of need a 10x multiplier in efficiency cost or something, just a massive improvement for people to change their habits like that.
Because if it's just like a little bit, they're not going to change their habits.
Because it's easy to make a little bit of a change, but to make a 10 times improvement on something, that's when you get, like, disruption.
That's more like, oh my god, I need this in my life, instead of like, oh, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the reason why Samsung has always been catching up to the iPhone in terms of sales.
It's never been 10 times better.
No. You have things to do. You're a busy person.
And that's why I'm not drinking as well, because
Well, this is kombucha.
Oh, okay. That's why it's not cold also?
Yeah.
Cool.
If you like kombucha, you more than happy.
Sure. I'd love to try some. Do you make it?
Yeah, homemade.
Wow.
Let's see. I'll give you this batch.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually starting a kombucha brand.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the brand?
Ether Kombucha. Basically, it's going to be a sponsor for this podcast, which is good. I've like been in talks with someone else that he was actually, wow, that is really...
It's really going.
That's a lot of carbon dioxide.
Yeah. Marketing move right here. Mm-hmm. Kombucha is just spilling everywhere. It's not that bad. So how did you get into this line of work?
This line of work. I basically started making kombucha because I was trying to kick my soda habit.
Okay.
Because for a very long time I would drink ginger ale, one ginger ale a day, just because I really like carbonated drinks. Mm-hmm. I also grew up drinking, mineral sparkling water. Wow. Yeah, it is really going. I've never seen it be that carbonated. This is the first.
Cool. It's a nice experience.
But yeah, it's just been something that I started making because it's really easy to make once you have a SCOBY. Yeah, which is the bacteria and yeast culture that actually, you basically put it into just lukewarm tea or room temperature tea and then let it sit for, a couple weeks.
Cool. This isn't really slowing down.
Would you like another bottle?
Oh, no, we'll see. I mean, it's still full of kombucha. So. It's okay.
Wow. That is still going.
Have you ever seen that thing, elephant toothpaste?
Yes. It reminds me of that, yeah. Science. That's our show. This week we're produced and edited by me. Our theme song is by Ashmeta, and our logo is by Isabel Lee. Special thanks to our guest, Lucas. Definitely check out his vlogs at Lucas Fraser. If you like this podcast, to listen to the full uncut version, definitely check it out on the iTunes podcast store or Google Play. Until next week, have a good one.